जगदीश्वरी करुणाकरी रक्षाकरी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। परमेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी करुणाकरी रक्षाकरी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली मन आदिशक्ति। महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली मन आदिशक्ति। एडा पिंगळ सुषुम्ना स्वामिनिये श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। एडा पिंगळ सुषुम्ना स्वामिनिये श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
மலைபோல அகங்காரம் அகற்றியே எங்கள் மறுஜன்மம் தந்த ஆதிசக்தி। மலைபோல அகங்காரம் அகற்றியே எங்கள் மறுஜன்மம் தந்த ஆதிசக்தி। சஹஸ்ரார சுவாமினியே மோக்ஷ பிரதாயினியே ஸ்ரீ निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। सहस्रार स्वामिनिये मोक्ष प्रदायिनिये श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
கவலைகள் எல்லாம் கரைந்தன அம்மா துன்பமும் துயரமும் இனி இல்லை। கவலைகள் எல்லாம் கரைந்தன அம்மா துன்பமும் துயரமும் இனி இல்லை। பிழைகள் எல்லாம் மன்னிப்பாய் அம்மா ஸ்ரீ निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। பிழைகள் எல்லாம் மன்னிப்பாய் அம்மா ஸ்ரீ निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
அள்ள அள்ள குறையாத அன்பு கொண்ட ஆதிசக்தி ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி। அள்ள அள்ள குறையாத அன்பு கொண்ட ஆதிசக்தி ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி। திருவடிகள் சரணம் 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 அம்மா ஸ்ரீ निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। திருவடிகள் சரணம் 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 அம்மா ஸ்ரீ निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
ஆனந்த தாண்டவம் ஆடினேனம்மா சரணரவிந்தத்தில் தஞ்சம் கொண்டு। ஆனந்த தாண்டவம் ஆடினேனம்மா சரணரவிந்தத்தில் தஞ்சம் கொண்டு। பரமேஸ்வரி ஜெகதீஸ்வரி கருணாகரி ரக்ஷாகரி ஸ்ரீ निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। परमेश्वरी जगदीश्वरी करुणाकरी रक्षाकरी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमो।
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. எல்லோருக்கும் வணக்கம். நம்ம எல்லோரும் மிகவும் பணிவோடு ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியை நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி மெதுவாக குண்டலினி உயர்த்தி பந்தன் போட்டுக்கொள்வோம். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. சந்தோஷ சித்தத்தோடு குழந்தை நிலையில் தியானத்துக்கு உட்கார்வோம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. தயவு செய்து இன்றைய தியானத்துக்கு அனுமதியை தந்து வழி நடத்துங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள எல்லா விதமான அறியாமையை முழுமையாக நீக்கி விடுங்க. நாங்கள் ஆத்மா என்ற சத்தியத்தை உணர்ந்து நாங்களிடம் ஒன்றினை அடைய இன்றைய தியானத்துக்கு எங்களுக்கு அருள் புரியுங்கள். மெதுவாக கண்களை மூடி ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜியோட திருக்கமல பாதத்தை நம்மளுடைய இதயத்தில் தரிசிப்போம். மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் சகசிராரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். வலது கை சகசிராரத்தில் வைப்போம். மெதுவாக வலது கை சகசிராரத்துக்கு கொஞ்சம் மேலே வைத்து பார்க்கலாம். நுண்ணதிர்கள் உணர்வோமான்னு கவனிப்போம். நம்மளுடைய முழு கவனம் நம்மளுடைய சகசிராரமும் வலது உள்ளங்கை நடுவுல நம்ம என்ன உணர்வோம் அது மீதே வைப்போம். மெதுவாக நம்முடைய வலது கை மடிக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். கவனம் சகசிராரம், சகசிராரத்திலிருந்து வர நுண்ணுதிர்கள் மீது வைத்து 3 மகா மந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். அர்த்தத்தை புரிஞ்சுண்டு கூறுவோம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्षप्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। மெதுவாக சுஷும்னா வழியாக நம்முடைய கவனம் மூலாதார சக்கரம் ஸ்ரீ கணேச மந்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै நமோ நமः. மெதுவாக இரண்டு கைகளும் பூமி தாய் மீது. மனதார பிரார்த்திப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய சக்கரங்களும் நாடிகளையும் பாதிக்க எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறைகளையும் தங்களுடைய பூமி தத்துவத்துக்குள் வைத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள் தாயே. தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ ஆதி பூமி மாதா, தயவு செய்து எங்களை தூய்மைப்படுத்தி சமநிலையில் வைத்திருங்கள் தாயே. श्री आदि भूमि माता साक्षात ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदि भूमि माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. இடநாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துவோம். இடது கை மடி மீது, வலது கை பூமி தாய் மீதே இருக்கட்டும். கவனம் இடநாடி, இரண்டு கைகளும் சஹஸ்ராரம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய இடா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய இடா நாடியை பாதிக்கிற எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறைகளை பூமி மார்க்கமாக நீக்கி விடுங்கள். தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மகாகாளி ஸ்ரீ பைரவநாத், எங்களுடைய இடா நாடிக்குள் வாருங்கள். தங்களுடைய எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துவோம். வலது கை மடி மீது, இடது கை ஆகாயத்தை நோக்கி வைப்போம். கவனம் பிங்களா நாடி, இரண்டு கைகளும் சஹஸ்ராரம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள் தாயே. எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடியை பாதிக்க எங்களுக்குள் உள்ள எல்லா விதமான எதிர்மறைகளை ஆகாய மார்க்கமாக நீக்கி விடுங்கள். தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மகா சரஸ்வதி ஸ்ரீ ஹனுமான், தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய பிங்களா நாடிக்குள் வாருங்கள். ஸ்ரீ மகா சரஸ்வதி ஸ்ரீ ஹனுமானோட எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. மெதுவாக இடது கை மடிக்கி கொண்டு வருவோம். கவனம் சுஷும்னா நாடி. 2 கைகளும் சஹஸ்ராரம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய சுஷும்னா நாடியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். எல்லா விதமான தடைகளையும் முழுமையாக நீக்கிவிடுங்கள். எங்களுடைய கவனத்தை தூய்மைப்படுத்தி நிகழ்காலத்தில் தியான நிலையில் இருக்க அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ மகாலட்சுமி ஸ்ரீ கணேசா. எங்களுக்குள் ஸ்ரீ மகாலட்சுமி ஸ்ரீ கணேசாவோட எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் தந்தருளுங்கள். சமநிலை அடைஞ்சிருப்போமான்னு கவனிப்போம். 2 உள்ளங்கை சஹஸ்ராரத்தில் நுண்ணர்கள் உணர்வுமான் கவனிப்போம். நம்ம சாந்தமாக இருக்கோமா? கவனம் சஹஸ்ராரத்தில் நிலையாக இருக்கிறதால் கவனிப்போம். இந்த முழு சமநிலையத்தோடு நம்முடைய தூய கவனத்தை மூலாதார சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். நம்மளுடைய மூலாதார சக்கரத்தில் அமர்ந்து ஸ்ரீ கணேசாவை மனமாற வணங்குவோம், பிரார்த்திப்போம். ஸ்ரீ கணேசா, தயவு செய்து தாங்களுடைய எல்லா குணங்களும் சக்திகளையும் எங்களுக்கு தந்தருளுங்கள். பணிவை தாருங்கள் ஸ்ரீ கணேசா. விவேக புத்தியை தாருங்கள். கள்ளம் கவனமற்ற குழந்தை உள்ளத்தை தாருங்கள். நாங்கள் எங்களுடைய சிந்தனை, பேச்சு, செயல் எல்லாவற்றையும் தாங்களிடம் முழுமையாக சமர்ப்பிக்கிறோம். எங்களுடைய நீங்கள் ஆட்கொண்டு வழி நடத்துங்கள். ஸ்ரீ கணேச தர்வசேஷை கூறுவோம். ஓம் நமஸ்தே கணபதயே त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं हृदं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं मामवक्तारम् अवशोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चातात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरातात् अवदक्षिणातात् अवचोद्वातात् अवाधरातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वम् आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तसिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादीं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वार परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकार पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वार शान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नाद सन्धानं सहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निश्रुतगायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैर्सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्टयातौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो रात्रपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै நமோ நமः. மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் மூலாதாரத்துக்கு கொண்டு வருவோம். ஸ்ரீ குண்டலினி கௌரி மாதா சாட்சாத். ஓம் त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரம். வலது கை இடது சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரத்தில் வைப்போம். இடது கை வழியாக ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி கிட்ட இருந்து நம்ம சைத்தன்யத்தை உள்வாங்கிப்போம். வலது கை வழியாக நம்மளுடைய இடது சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு சேர்ப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ நிர்மல் வித்யா, சுத்த இச்சாவும் தாங்களே. தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு தூய விருப்பத்தை தாருங்கள். தெய்வீக ஞானத்தை தாருங்கள் தாயே. நம்முடைய 2 கைகளில் என்ன உணர்வோம்னு கவனிக்கலாம். நம்முடைய வலது கை இடது சுவாதிஷ்டானத்தில் வைத்திருக்கோம். என்ன உணர்வோம்னு கவனிக்கலாம். சூடாக இருக்கா, குளுமையாக இருக்கா, ஒண்ணுமே உணர முடியலையா? கவனிப்போம். அப்படி கவனிக்கும் போது மிகவும் இயல்பாக நம்மளுடைய இடது கையிலிருந்து நம்ம ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி கிட்ட இருந்து சைத்தன்யத்தை உள்வாங்கிப்போம். நம்முடைய சக்கரங்கள் தூய்மை அடையும். அமைதியாக கவனிப்போம். தூய்மை அடைவோம். மெதுவாக வலது கை மடியை கொண்டு வருவோம். இடது கை வலது சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி கிட்ட இருந்து வலது கை வழியாக சைத்தன்யத்தை உள்வாங்கிப்போம். இடது கை வழியாக நம்மளுடைய வலது சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரத்துக்கு கொண்டு சேர்ப்போம். மனதார பிரார்த்திப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ நிர்மல சித்தா, ஸ்ரீ சுத்த காரிய சக்தியும் தாங்களே. தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய கவனத்தை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். எங்களுடைய ஆன்மீக முன்னேற்றத்தில் எங்களுடைய கவனம் எப்பவும் இருக்க அருள் புரியுங்கள். அதற்கு தேவையான காரிய சக்தியும் தந்தருளுங்கள் தாயே. அமைதியாக கவனம். 2 கைகளும் சகசிராரம். தூய்மை அடைய காத்திருப்போம். இடது கை வலது சுவாதிஷ்டானத்தில் வைத்திருப்போம். என்ன உணர்வோம்னு கவனிக்கலாம். மெதுவாக இடது கை மடக்கி கொண்டு வருவோம். வலது கை நடு சுவாதிஷ்டான சக்கரத்தில் வைப்போம். ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி, தாங்களே சாக்ஷாத் ஸ்ரீ பிரம்மதேவ சரஸ்வதி, தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு தூய படைப்பாற்றல் சக்தியை தந்தருளுங்கள். கலை ஞானம், கலை ரசிப்பை தந்தருளுங்கள். எங்களுடைய மேதா சக்தியை மேம்படுத்துங்கள். எங்களுடைய வாக் சக்தியை தூய்மைப்படுத்துங்கள். சகஜ யோகத்தை எல்லோரிடமும் பகிர எங்களுடைய வாக் சக்தியை உபயோகப்படுத்துற மாதிரி அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ சரஸ்வதி துவாதச நாம ஸ்தோத்திரத்தை கூறுவோம். सरस्वती त्वयि दृष्टा वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी हंसवाह समायुक्ता विद्यादानकरी मम प्रथमं भारती नाम द्वितीयं च सरस्वती तृतीयं शारदा देवी चतुर्थकं हंसवाहना पंचमं जगति ख्याता षष्ठं वागीश्वरी तथा कौमारी सप्तमं प्रोक्ता अष्टमं ब्रह्मचारिणी नवमं बुद्धिदात्री च दशमं वरदायिनी एकादशं शूद्रघण्टा द्वादशं तु भुवनेश्वरी ब्रह्माज्ञात् द्वादश नामानि त्रिसन्धं यः पठेन् नरः सर्वसिद्धिकरी तस्य प्रसन्ना परमेश्वरी सा मा वसतु जिह्वाग्रे ब्रह्मरूपा सरस्वती. इति श्री शंकराचार्य विरचितं श्री सरस्वती द्वादशनाम स्तोत्रं संपूर्णं। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। வலது கை மடிக்கை கொண்டு வருவோம். மெதுவாக நம்முடைய கவனம் ஒவ்வொரு சக்கரங்களையும் கடந்து சஹஸ்ராரத்தை கொண்டு வருவோம். श्री माताजी श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी ब्रह्मस्वरूपिणी सर्वज्ञान प्रदायिनी सर्वानंद रूपिणी தயவு செய்து எங்களுடைய சஹஸ்ராரத்துக்குள் வாருங்கள். சஹஸ்ர கமலத்தில் அமருங்கள் தாயே. ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி தயவு செய்து எங்களுக்கு நிர்விச்சார நிலைக்கு கொண்டு செல்லுங்கள். அமைதியும் ஆனந்தமும் அனுபவிக்க அருள் புரியுங்கள் தாயே. ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்களை திறந்து ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி சொற்பொழிவை கேட்போம்.
मुंबईतील सर्व परमेश्वराच्या सत्याच्या शोधकांना आमचा प्रणिपात असो. या मराठाची या नगरी आज सर्वांनी अशी विनंती केली आहे की मी इंग्लिश भाषेत बोलले पाहिजे, कारण इथे अनेक सहयोगी आलेले आहेत परदेशातून. त्याशिवाय इथे बरीच अशी मंडळी आहे की अजून मराठी भाषा शिकलेले नाही. तेव्हा कृपा करून सगळ्यांनी मुंबईकरांनी मला क्षमा करावी की या परदेशी भाषेत मला बोलावं लागत आहे. तसं पाहिलं तर मराठी जितकं आत्म्याबद्दल बोलणं जमतं तितकं कोणत्याच भाषेत जमूच शकत नाही. उद्या हिंदी भाषेत म्हणतात आणि परवा मराठीत बोलेन. I bow to all the seekers of truth. As it is today, a question has been put forward before me that why our attention gets lost. In the modern times, why our attention is not towards God. And that in modern times, why a human being has gone down in his quality of humanity. These questions point out to one single fact, that our attention has been challenged by modern times. कृपा करून कुणी उठून जाऊ नका. जरी मराठीत नाही बोलले तरी हे सगळे मंत्र आहेत. हात माझ्याकडे करून बसा तर सगळ्यांना समजेल. This attention has been challenged by all that we call modern today. I do not say that we have to be primitive people. In this great country of ours, India, which was Bharatvarsha, we had such a great quality of humanity, such a great quality of administration, quality of kings, queens. All that was not a myth. It was a fact that we had Rama, Krishna, the benevolent king, and a great diplomat of the divine force. But today we find all these things sound like mythical, because at what level we are, we see that as the truth, as the reality. But it is not. All this is created by human beings. How this is created and why it has happened, I would like to explain to you. When our attention was created before, in a way that we were living with very few things in this country, everyone knew that you have to have your self-realization. Nobody bothered their heads about how much wealth you are going to acquire, how many things we are going to have, except for the kings who acquired wealth for the betterment of the society, and also who acquired the power for the protection of the society. Then we became slaves of two cultures, one the Islamic, another the British culture, the English culture. And I think the real downfall came when this English culture came upon us. Because though they were Muslims, they believed in God. Whatever wrong they did it in the name of God, and they believed it. But the attention was not still in acquiring things. We say that Aurangzeb was a very bad king, no doubt. He killed so many Hindus because he believed that Islam is the only religion. That was his stupidity, I should say. He was ignorant. He was so violent. But he himself was an extremely frugal person. He used to make his own caps, sell them in the market, and live on that. And he would not touch any money of the public. But then the English, when they started ruling in this country, this language English came upon us as not a blessing but a curse, I think. Because the whole literature is full with ideas which are contrary to the culture of God, contrary to the culture of Christ. They believe that Christ was born in England. Many Christians still believe that you become a Sahab when you become Christians. This culture of the English, which was forced on us, this language which was forced on us, gave us absolutely a different direction which we should not have accepted. But as it is, we were 300 years already in the slavery, people had to accept it blindfolded. Sri Krishna has clearly said that the awareness grows downward. Why? the roots are in the brain of a person. And the awareness which is growing downwards forms the tree. And this Western culture is the one which makes you grow downwards towards materialism, whether it is communism or it is socialism or democracy. That makes no difference. The whole thing is that you have to attend to the material side. So the first object of the Western culture or the Western science was first to capture the matter, the 5 elements, in such a way that it can be used for the comfort of human beings, for the physical comfort of human beings. But as the culture is just to move forward without any control over yourself, like a kite flying in the air without having any control of a finger on it, the whole thing drifted into various directions and various fields where it got lost. When we pay attention to something, if the attention is pure, it will purify the matter and will come back to us as a pure attention. But when the attention is filled with these ideas that you have to use all the matter for your comfort, then it gets lost in the matter. It gets involved in the matter. It gets spoiled in the matter. And then what comes back to us is the thought how to possess it. To possess the matter, to use the matter, to sit on top of the matter was the first mistake. Matter is your slave in any case. In any case, it is your slave. And this you would have got it without paying so much attention to it. To think that science was discovered by scientists is egotistical. It's only your ego says that. You cannot discover anything unless and until the God's grace is upon you. It's the God's grace that brings forth the exposition of his powers. Even a person like Einstein has said that. Even the person like Newton has said that. Einstein has clearly said that I was fed up and I was tired. I couldn't find the theory of relativity. I was just resting in my garden playing with soap bubbles, and from somewhere unknown the theory of relativity dawned upon me. But we Indians, living 300 years in that slavish mentality, accepted it blindfolded, without knowing how much knowledge and science we have. We had aeroplanes in our country, we had piloted bombs in our country, we had all kinds of things in our country. But why did we accept this without going into the roots to find out how did we have these things? We started doubting all that was the past in India, and we would not go into the past of it, but we started moving downward with this Western culture. And that's the downfall of our country. That has brought all this nonsense here. When money becomes everything, the money orientation, the economics of it. This was the country of philosophers, of the seers, of the saints. Well, now today economics is dominating without understanding that you cannot put this Western economics in this country at all. We cannot work it out. This is a country of generosity. People love to serve you. People love to do, even today, they like to do something for you. Go to a village, even if they may not have anything with them, they'll bring some milk, make you sit there, please have some milk. You have come from foreign countries, please have. But in the Western countries, you may give them any amount of things. They won't even return one present to you. Shamelessly they'll take everything thinking that they are the ones who should have it. They have no subtleties. They have no subtleties to understand generosity. They cannot. They think we do it because we are slavish people. Even I was surprised when some villagers told me that even the animals coming from the West are stupid. I said, how? He said, now take a hen from India and take a leghorn or roads from Western countries. If there is an attack on the little chicks, the mother will start shouting or doing something, screaming, or doing something to call all her children under her wings if it's an Indian hen. But if it's an English hen, she wouldn't mind, she'll look at everything very peacefully. Sthita pragya. Not bothered. Then he said, most surprising thing is that our bullocks, if you tell them, go this way, that way, they understand. But if you tell a Western bullock, he walks straight into the car, into the trucks, he doesn't know where he's walking. He has no idea. You cannot leave them alone. And if you tell them walk this way, they'll walk the other way around. So what is in this culture? What is in this whole upbringing that makes you so gross? The attention is on the matter and not on the spirit. All the time, the matter is trying to overpower the spirit. Supposing there's a tree that falls off, it dies, then you make a chair out of it. It's a dead from the dead. Now you sit on the chair and you become a slave of the chair. You cannot sit on the ground. Then you have to carry chairs with you. If you start moving in a car, you become so useless that you cannot walk with your legs. Tomorrow you start having calculators. You'll be surprised. I live in London, I'm amazed at the people. Even if they have to do 2 plus 2, they want their tambaku. They want to calculate it. For 2 plus 2, they cannot do it. They have no brains left because computers have come. So as a result of this machinery, the machines that have created, we say the machine age, what an age it is, and the age of development. Without any control, if the machines have gone up to this point, it is time that we understand we should not go too much towards it, that we become slaves of this machine. The machine is like a devil. It requires, like a devil, all the time to eat something. Like you in England, it's impossible to get fresh food. You have to go to the main market to get it. But in America, it's even worse. And in most of the countries, they have everything packed, everything in a plastic bag, everything measured. You go to the shop, you get this. Nothing fresh. There is no taste in the food. Now they are using chemicals. They put chemicals in the body of the animals which they eat, put chemicals in the foods that they eat, put chemicals because the machine must have a quantity. To have the quantity, they have to do all this. So what you are taking is all these chemicals. As a result of that, what you are developing is nothing else but your destruction. So all this attention outside into the matter builds up your destructions gradually. The attention gets fragmented. For example, you are talking to someone, this is a very modern stuff, I have seen many. You are talking to someone and this person is looking somewhere else. Where are you looking? Oh, I was looking at that picture or something. I think I should buy that. But I am talking to you here. It doesn't go into head. Nothing. He is looking at something or at some woman or at some man, which is joyless pursuit. You have nothing to do with it. And there is no alertness which picks up things at the right moment. Then another thing a gentleman told me, whose 4 children are in an English school and 1 child in an Indian school. He says, these 4 children don't talk much. They think no end of themselves. And they don't know. You ask them how many roads there are to your house, they wouldn't know. They just go like a blinkers of a horse around their heads. They walk like that. They don't know anything. They don't read newspapers. They have no idea as to what things we have. And the youngest child who is brought up in an Indian way and an Indian school has got a little parrot, has got a little doggy, looks after all the cows. He gives all the news about all the animals in the house. He gives all the news about the relations. He knows who are the relations, who are suffering, what is the problem, what in the kitchen is needed. He's so alert. His attention is so alert because it is not fragmented. Now, with any convenience, we want to put our children into English schools. I tell you, you will have it. If they don't beat you when they grow up, you shouldn't be surprised. I have seen Western children beat their parents. They answer them back. It was a day when the children of a good family would always address their parents as sir or mother as a madam. But today, I have seen them answering them back, saying all kinds of funny things and knowing all the filth of the world, all the filth of the world. They know so much of filth that you are shocked you don't know that. And the whole attitude of all their medias, or ours also I should say in a way, is to create that attitude, to put our children into that filth all the time, take them to that filth. Our people also, I see in the television here also, they show all these horribly nude, funny women in the advertisement. Because these advertisements and the medias also work out your attention onto the gross. They play on your weaknesses. That's how they make you weak. And when you become weak, they become very powerful. Then the media is so powerful you can't do anything. There is no purity in their hearts to do benevolence, to do good to the people, as we call janahit. There's not in their mind at all. Somehow to make money. What's the harm in making money? It's surprising how people are compromising for the sake of money. Money doesn't give you joy. I have to tell you, it cannot give you joy. Don't run after money. Have an integrated attitude towards money. Money is the blessing of the Lakshmi. And the Lakshmi is a very beautiful woman who has got a very motherly attitude. She is the mother. A man who has money has to have motherly attitude. She has got 2 lotuses in her hands. Pink shows that she is love. She expresses her love in 2 of her hands, which also means a lotus which is pink is even entertaining a thorny bhaura, we call it, the black beetle, which has got thorns on its soft petals and gives it a place of rest. How many of these rich people in this country, and especially abroad, would entertain such an idea of having a place for a ashraya, for a support for the persons who are like a bhavra? Then the other hand, which is like this, has to be daan. You have to give. If you have money, you must give. How many of them know where to give money? They'll give money to places where people will cheat them, like Rajneesh. They will not give money to the poor. They will not develop anything for the poor in a proper way. The other day I was surprised. I went to Pune. We have there a very good system started called as Jana Shanti, where people give food for 2 rupees, very good food for one meal, very, very good food, excellent food they give, and sufficient for 2 rupees. And they said all the president downward people came here, we had to spend money on their reception, we gave them this, that, garland, this, that, and everybody gave big, big lectures. And nobody is willing to even give them a place on rent. No one wants them there because they think you will go into competition with others who are making profits and will not get votes. So the whole system is so funny. that you end up at a point that they want to give money because they want to have votes. They want to win the elections because they want to make money. I mean, I came to this country and everybody's saying, what's the matter, why can't we get plot? Because the person wants to eat the money. Here everybody eats the money. Eating the money. पैसे खाते. ते पैसे खातात, ते पैसे खातात, ते पैसे खातात. Said, don't they eat their food? Why are they eating food? Money? This is the trouble of this country has come because money has become the most important thing for them. Nothing that they think that this body, this being, this is a collective being. This is a samuhik being. It cannot be happy with this kind of a harm we are doing to our society. All those who do things like this, their 7 generations will be cursed by God. You must understand. Those who make money at the cost of the poor people, they will be cursed forever. And one should not join such people even if you have to suffer. I know it's very hard time. People cannot afford to live with the earnings they have. But still, if you decide, you can live with the satisfaction that you have done right. When my father was, and my mother both, were in jail so many times. We were 11 children, we were very rich people living in huts. And we didn't have food for days together sometimes. And we were used to very rich life. They sacrificed everything for the country's freedom. Where are such people now? You can't think of them. They are legendary people. Nobody wants to sacrifice anything whatsoever. And this is the movement. This is a new movement of Swatantra. Swatantra is not yet complete. You can see it clearly. It is not. Your freedom is not complete. If your freedom has to be complete, you must get your Swatantra. You must know the technique of your Swa, of your spirit. Unless and until you get this full freedom, you are not free people. You are slaves of money. You are slaves of powers. You are slaves of showing off. You are slaves of everything today. All kinds of bad habits. I have never known so many drunkards that we find these days. So we have become greater slaves of all the bad habits, all the bad doings, and there is nothing that a person in a big position can think of not doing. Why it has happened to us? Why have we all collapsed into such insipid, useless people? What has happened to our countrymen is this, that they have not realized that the greatest thing is in the brain, is the roots. And these roots are in this country, in this Maharashtra. These roots are here. The Kundalini has to only enlighten these roots, and we never bothered about it. We never cared for it. We are all the time worried as to how to get more money. So the people who are highly paid or who are at a higher position with less pay also maybe, they are making money by eating that. And the others are a sort of people who are going on strike for everything. For what? For money. Again for money. This Bombay is half finished because of strikes. What for strikes? I asked them. You are a drunkard? Yes. You drink? All right. And you smoke? Yes. You eat tobacco? Yes. You eat pan. That means you have money. Otherwise, how can you afford all these things? When you ask for more money in a strike, better find out what sort of a man he is. If he can drink, afford to drink, then you need not give him any money to drink more. Any mother who sees her son is drinking will never give him any money because he will be drinking with that money. What else is he going to do? What good is he going to do with that? So what happens that this attention, when it starts moving towards money, we become so blind that we do not see why are we asking for money. What is the need for money? I am not for these capitalists at all. I know how horrid they are. But what I am saying that why break the machinery like this? Now, whatever you may do, whatever you may tell them, that finish this striking and enjoy yourself now for the God's sake. We have really poor people in the villages, not in Bombay. In Bombay we don't have poor people. They can go to cinema, they can do all kinds of things. How can they be poor? But they have time, and they have more time. That's why they enter into such things. And they are going to finish off this Mumbai of yours very soon, if you allow these people to go on strike. It's stupidity, absolute stupidity, and it comes from the Western people. It's not from Gandhiji. Gandhiji didn't tell you to fight for money, did he? He asked you to fight for Swatantra. And today, if he was living, he would have talked about Sahaja Yoga, I'm sure of that. But the problem that exists with us is that we don't want to see that this machinery is now shaking. We have to have another system, a parallel system that will crush this stupid machinery which is taking us downward and downward and downward. A girl must have 10 types of saris, 10 types of clothes she must wear, like a Kashmiri girl, she must wear like a Punjabi girl, she must wear like an English girl. What is the need? I mean, we are rich people, I should be very rich. We used to have at least 2 saris and one for Thevni, as they call it, one for some special occasions. And we lived well, we educated well, our attention was learning and attention was towards God. But the attention, when it gets lost, it fritters away. It gets lost, it gets fragmented, there's no continuity in it. It fritters away, and a person becomes a superficial person, extremely superficial. He cannot go deep. How can he feel his spirit? The superficiality makes you absolutely a person who has sort of a crust and nothing inside. Absolutely what we call the hollowness, koklap, completely hollow. If you just break that man, you find out he is not a man of character, he is not a man to be depended upon, he is not a man who talks good of others, he will try to pull each other.
ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்கள் மூடி சில நிமிடம் தியானத்தில் இருப்போம். ஜெய் ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜி. கண்களை திறந்து ஸ்ரீ மாதாஜிக்கு நன்றியை கூறி நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி குண்டலினி உயர்த்தி மந்திரம் போட்டுக்கொள்ளும்.